And I volunteer for this crap, too.
Yeah, you do. You're just here to pimp rackerjackers. Remember that shit.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't have any with me.
Welcome to the Practical Pistol Show. My name is Ben Seger. I'm here to answer your shooting questions. Joining us from Kansas City, Matt Hopkins, Grandmaster Matt.
Damn it.
Yes.
How's it going, everybody?
Yes. Hi, Lady Candice is
Hey.
from Georgia, and in the hills of West Virginia is Brandon Wright.
Not even close. Not even close. Yeah. Williamsburg.
Is that offensive to say?
Yeah, a little bit.
Good. That's what I was going for.
Yeah,
That's what I
appreciate
like.
it. Yeah, not
Since
even
you've
close.
been on, Brandon, it looks like you've moved into a mansion due to the Rackerjacker sales.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, we just upgraded, and things are going crazy, so, yeah, I'm super excited. Getting ready to close on a $1.5 million house.
Well, Brandon, I hope you're ready for a $10 million mansion. Because
Yeah.
the word is that Tim is working on the battle boss
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
That shit is
We're
going
working that thing
Right as
over.
fuck,
I
apparently.
think so.
Tim says, and this is a direct quote, it's going to be good for the guys downrange, which I think he was mocking you in some way, Brandon. And then he said, and the 3-gun fags are going to love it too.
Jeez. Nice.
I love Tim.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, he didn't give me that description of it.
no, he's open and honest with me. I think
Yeah.
he's trying to be respectful to you because he likes you.
Good.
And, yeah, all right.
Good.
All right. Today's discussion topic is a fun one. So I got a good email. There seems to be 2 opposing trains of thought amongst shooters in my club. One group believes that if an RO misses a no-shoot, a steel that's still standing, or a mic, that shooters who are resetting should point it out. The other group thinks that if the RO doesn't catch it, then you should wait until everything is scored and signed before pointing it out. I personally believe the latter, as I don't point out competitors' penalties until after it's scored. I think it's kind of a dick move,
Yeah.
but hey, it's all a matter of opinion.
You're reading that, right? That's not your opinion.
No, this is not my opinion. I'm reading the other guy's opinion. What is your thought on this, both as a shooter who may have a penalty, as well as a shooter that is just helping tape? Is there a common practice among competitors in the top level, like the Super Squad? This is great because we have a few Super Squad guys here, and
Candice.
All right, Brandon, you can kick this off. What do you
All right.
think, man?
Man,
Be real.
I think
Be real with us.
I'm going to be real. I think if you earned it, you should take the penalty. You know,
All right.
we all
That's if
compete
you're the
against
shooter,
each other.
right?
Yeah, and I think you should. I don't know if it's my job as a guy who's taping to be telling on somebody. It's up to the RO. If he catches it, great. If he doesn't, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be the one to be, you know, having to step up there. But when it's something like, you know, we're at the top and there's a couple of points between everybody, you know, that could make or break a match for you.
All right, so you got to call it, Brandon. You got to take us. Are you gonna be like, RO, no shoot?
Yeah.
You're not.
No, probably not. I'm gonna let him officiate his stage, do his thing, and I'm just there to tape and help out.
So you're like, fuck it, not saying anything.
Nope, not saying
right.
nothing.
All right, Hopkins, what are you doing?
Well, I agree also. I think I agree with the part where you said get your score that you shot. Like if you shot a mic or a no-shoot or whatever.
But you're pasting.
No, but just as a general sense, you should get your score you shot either way.
All right, but you're pasting.
If I'm pasting and I see that, mention it to the shooter, and then it'd be on him, right? So that's what I would
put
do.
it on him.
I would tell the shooter.
We've had this discussion before.
Yeah, I know. So I would tell the shooter and be like, "Oh, he missed this no shoot," and then it'd be on him, and it's on his conscience at that point, right?
Well, that's one
Yeah.
way to handle it. All
How
right,
would
so
you
I'm
handle
gonna
it?
I'm going to depart from my usual practice, and I'll tell a specific story about a match, naming specific names. And once I name the name, you guys will know why I'm doing it. So at my very first nationals, as a younger dude, you'll be able to tell where I fall in on this. I'm going around patching targets, and an RO calls double alpha on a target, and it's Alpha Charlie, like it's like an inch into the C zone. It's not a line call or anything. The guy just fucked up calling it, and without even thinking about it, I did what I would always do at my club, and what everybody at my club where I shoot would do, and I was like, hey dude, no, like fix that. So the RO's like, oh, I guess that's Alpha Charlie, and all right, Alpha Charlie, and he moves on, and I paced. The shooter goes fucking nuts, completely bananas. Like he was pissed, and I was just learning this is a regional thing, right? It depends on where you're from. Everybody's got their own opinion on how this situation get handled, all right? And being me, I was like, oh well, I guess you don't handle this at your matches the way that this gets handled at the matches that I shoot, because everybody's going to help, reset the stage and make sure that people get the right score and all that shit. Shooter went fucking bananas to the point where I remembered that guy. I didn't encounter him again for years, but I remembered that guy. I'm like, man, that guy was like unreasonably pissed off at me about this. Really?
That's BS, yeah.
Well, I just didn't know, and it turned out the guy rose to USPSA fame later because it was Paul Hendricks.
Oh. Jeez. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
What I actually where I fall on this is pretty. I think you gotta get people the right score, but I think there's a couple things you can do. If there's a no-shoot hit that the RO doesn't see, I think the best thing you can do is loudly request white pasters. Really loudly, and then that might clue the RO in that there's something that they need to look at, and the shooter can't really accuse you of being an asshole. Yeah. The other thing you can do is what Hopkins said, is where you can notice a problem, and then you walk over to the shooter themselves and say, hey, here's what the guy scored this target, here's what's on that target, what would you like me to do? Would you like me to paste it, or would you like me to move on? And
I think putting it on the shooter really, puts it back on him. And if he's got integrity of any sort, he'll, get it corrected. I mean, I've called it on the site as a no-shoot before it's even scored, and I said, hey, I got a no-shoot over there, and how do you know that? And I'm like, because I watched the site lift off of it, I know that it's on there.
Because I'm good enough to know I hit it, but I'm not quite good enough to not have done it in the first place.
Right. Yeah. Should have taken more time on it.
What's your opinion, Candice? Yeah, sort of.
Candice, controversy. Come on.
I would yell it out pretty loud if I thought he missed it.
All right. Well, how about this?
Because you fucking shot it and you fucking got it, and if you don't own to it and know it, you're cheating yourself.
It's the RO's job.
No, it isn't. It's
well,
not
it
just
is actually
it's
the
not
RO's
just
job
his
to
job.
call
Come
it.
on, man. Doesn't everyone want to get what they shot? I don't understand.
It cost you a national title.
Well, then I guess you better get gooder.
Really?
That's your answer?
Yes, really. There's no half. There's no. You're either gonna shoot for the score or you're not. I mean, what's the difference? I don't understand.
What would you say, Brandon?
You hope they don't notice? I mean, that's the other alternative.
No.
All right.
I was just going to make a comment of the decorative IPSC targets in the living room there. That's interesting.
What? I've only got one room.
Sorry.
Some of us practice, Brandon.
I know. I don't practice.
You fucker. All right. So why don't we flip it around and say, let's say you're the shooter, and the RO misses something, and a competitor points it out to the RO. Hopkins, are you pissed off at the guy pointing it out?
I have no problem with that.
Okay. Candice, would you be pissed off?
No.
Brandon?
No, not at all. I earned it.
All right, so I wouldn't be pissed off either. So I'm trying to think. There's definitely contingent of people that would be mad about this. Like I've met a few of them. Matt, why do you think they're mad? Like what do you?
probably goes in the whole game part of it. Like, they're trying to game it, and the RO missed it, so it's part of the game. Like, it's his responsibility. I don't know.
Is it because of an antagonistic relationship between the
No, that could get
shooter
really
and the
dicey,
RO?
though. Not just the shooter and the RO, the shooter and the dude
In the
that found
game?
it.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Well,
that could
you
be
never-
dicey, I guess.
You never know what type of day somebody's having or week they've had, the stress they have at work, stress they have at home, the money they invested to go to the match, and they want to do good, they want to do really good, and they just have a really bad run, and so they're just pissed off from the beginning, and that just adds to it. So I could see where somebody would get mad there. Hey, I just sold 3 more Racker Jackers.
Damn, dude.
No.
Man, you're gonna be riding to nationals in a pretty sweet car. I bet.
Dude, I'm gonna rent a limo.
You're gonna be flying there in your jet.
Yeah, my personal jet.
I was going to say
Yeah.
custom license plate record jacker or something.
That'd be funny.
Dude,
That's funny.
man, he's jacked up his finances. It's awesome.
Oh, shit.
All right, Hopkins, anything else to say about this?
Now let's go into what about mics and stuff, or calling doubles, asking for overlays.
Ooh.
Well, it's the
Stuff like
same. Isn't it the same sort of thing?
Is it?
It's
That's specifically allowed in the rules, right?
So it's
Cool.
not saying anything about mics and...
to protest. Yeah, you can
Bullshit.
argue stuff, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think, Brandon? You get some doubles at your last match?
No. I
Did you
mean,
try to?
no, I don't even. If I can't see a second grease ring or a second crease, I won't call it. I don't even worry about it. Now, if I see some evidence of another bullet hole, absolutely I will. But I've only maybe called for an overlay like once or twice. That's it. I mean, as much as I shoot in the matches that I go to and the people that I see shoot, the chances of getting a true double are so slim that it just doesn't happen that way. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, you'll get somebody that'll get edge one in there or something like that. I think the open guys probably with the comp guns have more of a problem with that than a production gun.
Or if it's on
limiting
a
gun.
crazy close target,
Yeah. Yep.
it can happen.
Yeah.
Do you view? So would you view it in a similar way? Somebody sort of wanting to sneak one by an RO that misses something.
Oh
Would
yeah,
you-
I think guys do that shit. Yeah.
Would you view that similarly to calling for a double?
Say that again.
All right. So if you're the type of guy that wants the RO to walk by a no shoot that they hit and not call it, right? If you're that type of guy, is that similar to calling for a double in your mind or no?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It's cheating's cheating. Either you earned it or you didn't.
You just fucking called it cheating. Shit.
I
is
you know what it is.
It's allowed
That's
in the
exactly
rules,
what
man.
it is. Man, it's just that's not what it's designed for. I mean, it goes against all the premise of even being there. If you're gonna build this company up on, or this whole shooting thing up on the basis that we're all gonna be honest, we're gonna shoot our best game, that sort of thing, and you're gonna go around cheating and calling bullshit like that, I ain't got time for it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, Hopkins.
I don't really know what to add to that. It was all pretty
Oh,
good.
he's like, boom. Brandon goes in there. It's cheating, bitches. Like, all right.
Yeah, that dog just ain't gonna hunt.
Well, I'll do my best to provide a counter argument.
No.
It is. I don't believe this to be true, but I've definitely heard a lot of this, especially from the international crowd. I've talked to. It is more common, I think, overseas that guys are going to fight for, like, they want every call to go their way, regardless of what they earned. They don't give a shit. Like, every miss, they're going to try and get a double out of it. There's a lot of guys that play that way. And their thinking is everyone else does it. It's part of the game. You try and get the call to go your way, and then it's up to the RO. And if you get a freebie, then you get a freebie, and then that's fine. That's the way the game gets played. And I think it's fair to say, in a lot of other countries, that is the way the game gets played. Everybody's doing it. So what would you say to that, Matt?
I don't know. That's hard. I mean, we came across this at IPSC Nationals is when I
We
remember
did.
the most. And it wasn't just the international dude that did it. There was one U.S. dude that also did it.
Well, the U.S. dude's a fuckstick. We know that. But the international guys.
Well, the way he explained it.
He explained it just the way I did, right?
Yeah, but the ROs are against the shooters, and we don't have that in the U.S. Like, ROs are here to, like, help the shooters.
Are the ROs
them.
in IPSC also shooters, or are they, like, separate?
Mostly not, I don't think.
Well, that's not really true. Like, ROs in IPSC, like the ones that Matt and I have encountered, like at IPSC Nationals in the U.S. and at the World Shoot, I think those guys are not really shooters because those guys are the professional traveling ROs. But if you go shoot kind of domestically in some country, those ROs are shooters, I think, for the most part. It's kind of like...
Right, but everybody wants to emulate the highest level of competition in
well, if you go to Nationals in the U.S., those ROs are, for the most part, they're not as serious about shooting as they are about ROing.
Right.
Those guys are ROs first. They RO all over the fucking place. And you don't see them shoot matches a whole lot, so I don't know if it's really that different.
They get paid for it?
Internationally?
Yeah.
Well, the guys going to the World Shoot, I think they're going to have their expenses paid. Like ROs working really big IPSC matches. Like they're going to, like, oftentimes they will get a comped or a heavily discounted trip to some other country, and they'll be put up in hotels or something. So it's not, I don't think they're getting cashed out, but they're getting a trip out of it or something. So they get taken care of pretty well internationally at the really big matches, I think.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think, Brandon? If it's the shooters versus the ROs, is it okay to try and get you some doubles?
I still don't think it is.
Boom.
I really don't. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I mean, you're trying to persuade people. Arguments and stuff, man. You earned what you earned. It is what it is. Walk away from it and take your score and fucking go to the next stage.
All right. Well, I think we've about covered our bases there. Candice, you got a shooting question for us.
Yes.
Awesome?
It's incredibly awesome. I am cross-eye dominant and have not been able to shoot well using both eyes. Last season, I scotch-taped over my non-dominant eye for matches so that it was easier to keep the dominant eye open. This works okay, but when shooting horizontal target arrays, I feel like I'm fighting to keep the gun at an unnatural index. Recently, I've been experimenting with taping over my left eye and shooting with my right, non-dominant eye. The gun indexes more naturally this way and works well in practice, but under match pressure, I tend to present the gun to the wrong eye, and it slows me down. Is there consensus in the practical shooting community on whether it's worth trying to change eye dominance?
Brandon's eye roll after he said...
I just like...
Brandon, you want to take this
issue, right?
If you can't
Please be nice
deal,
to this person.
I will absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what I tell people that come to me all the time that are cross dominant. If you can't get over the fact that the gun is going to be on the other side of your face, learn to shoot left-handed or the opposite hand, whatever that is. Period. That's it.
Wow.
Moving on to the next one.
Wait, but is it worth it to change your eye dominance, Brandon?
No, I don't think so.
I don't even know if that's a thing, like, medically.
I mean, unless you're going to run around like a pirate on the range and have something covering your eye when you're shooting.
I just find it comical of the guy drawing and then, whoop.
With modern medical technology being what it is, I think it'd probably be easier to change your gender than change your fucking dominance.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that.
Hopkins, what do you think?
I think you should shoot whatever his eye dominance is and then learn to just draw to that eye.
But in practice, he's better without it. In practice, he's better switching. But then under match pressure, he's not.
That doesn't make sense still. I mean, really. Dude, I shoot with a scotch tape non-dominant eye, so I don't have a problem with people doing that. I don't think it slows them down or anything.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
It reverts back to training.
Yeah.
You gotta train like you fight, right, Brandon?
Huh?
Train like you fight.
Yeah, exactly. Shoot left-handed.
Holy shit. All right.
You should be proficient with both hands.
All right, well, I think that's enough for all of us today. Thank you so much for coming back, Brandon. I know that this is a nightmare for you.
No, that's good.
You came on, you like.
I think he enjoyed that.
Comes back, he's like, man, fuck those cheaters. Man, fuck. I hate those guys.
I'm going to be watching your targets from here on out, I'll tell you that.
Jeez, dude.
We'll watch every one of them.
Yeah, you watch those targets. All right, if you want to reach Brandon, you're at Wright Shooting Concepts on Facebook.
Yes.
All right, that's
Right shooting. Just
Wright Shooting with a W.
W, yep. Just like my last name.
Right, okay. And that Brandon does training. He teaches people to shoot guns, and he sells Racker Jackers. That's pretty much
on rightshooting.com.
That's the that is the business model right now. Pretty soon, Battle Bosses.
Yep, it's gonna be holsters.
Whatever they get called. Tim is calling it the Bosticle, but I think Battle Boss sounds better.
Bosticle.
Well, it's by combining the word tactical with whatever the other word is.
Right.
So that works pretty well. All right. If you want to shit on Candice, hit her up on the YouTube channel. She does respond to those comments. And Hopkins, you have a website.
It's hopkinsshooting.com.
Wow, that's
or Matt Hopkins on Facebook. Either.
Too many ads.
That's about as.
God.
We're not done yet, Candice.
Jesus.
That's about as creative as rightshooting.com.
But I'll send you to a guy who will. I'll send you to a guy that bought. Actually, this company in Taiwan's knocking them off for airsoft guns now. They're way cheaper, but they're made out of plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty tight.
It'll be a couple of months, and they'll be making them out of China much cheaper than I can sell them.
But
made in America though.
Made in America, and it's way more tactical if it's made out of metal, I think.
Hell yeah.
If it's black. Hey, are you gonna make those anodized other colors? Like pink, for example.
No, that's gay. No.
Oh shit! I love this.
No blues, no red, no crap like that.
What about an
you
American
lost a
flag?
sale, man.
I've got one with an American flag.
That's not gay.
But it's not colored.
It's America.
It's black and white.
Yeah.
Black and white. Nice.
Oh, tactical.
Excellent. All right. It's been a very informative show, guys. Thank you.